Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I am on the way to an existing customer. We came out here this past fall to fix a furnace. Guys, this customer said that last summer for the AC, she had an AC leak and they never got it done because it was towards the end of the summer. But she said another company came out and told her that they had a freon leak and she wanted to get like a second opinion to see if this system can be repaired, or worst case if it has to get replaced. So with that being said, guys, I know this is a furnace, coil, and condenser. I didn't go outside to look at the condenser. I just told her we'll follow up with her before it gets warm around this time of the year. So guys, let's go out here and take a look. Let's do this leak check and let the good times roll. I'll see y'all when I get there. All right, guys. According to this customer, they had a different company come out last summer and he told her that the leak was in the condenser. I just had the customer turn the thermostat on. I want to make sure my compressor is running and we don't have an electrical issue before we throw our gauges on. Let me open the panel. I'll be ready. All right, guys. Let me check my compressor. Fan is at 0.8. Compressor's at 6.8. Now, guys, right now it's about 50 degrees out. It's not that cold or that warm. It is extremely mild outside today. Put my gauges on. I'll be right back. Guys, got the top removed. I didn't go down in the basement yet. What I'm gonna do first is fill this up to 100 PSI. All right, let's get to it, guys. I'll be right back. And what do you know, guys? As soon as I got this up to 100 PSI, look at this. That's not good. And the customer did say that last summer someone told her that they had a leak on top of the condenser, presumably the coil. But at this point, guys, I don't trust anything. Always make sure you have accessibility inside and outside. The last thing we want to do is just assume that the customer only has one leak. You fix this and leave, and now you got to recall next week because of the same issue and it's another leak somewhere else. So take your time and test your own thesis. Don't always assume. But tell you what, let me grab everything I need here, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get everything patched up out here, make sure we don't have any leaks out in the condenser, and then afterwards I'm gonna repressurize it and we're gonna go in the basement. Gotta get my striker. All right, guys, let me get everything I need here. I'll be right back. Close that joint like butter. Now, let's hook our gauges back up, and we got our soap bubbles. Let's test the joints here. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Got it at the 450. No leaks. I'm gonna go downstairs in a second, but make sure you guys see the test pressure of the unit. Once again, this is a 410A unit. The test pressure, you can't see it because the info is faded away. The test pressure is 500. Now, 600 never let me down, but you gotta remember the test pressure can vary with the age and the manufacturer of the unit. I know R22 condensers are probably test pressure at like 400 max, but make sure before pressure testing, you know what the limits of the condenser and evac coil is. Last thing you want to do is just assume every single condenser can withstand 600 PSI, and now whatever was leaking, now you just made it worse. So take your time and double check the data plate inside and outside. and it'll tell you exactly what the designed test pressure is. Most are 500 410A. R22 might be a little less, but if you take your time, 450 is enough pressure. That combined with patience, that's enough pressure to get you in the right direction to figure out what's actually leaking. But I gotta get my flashlight and I gotta take a look at the filter dryer. Actually, no, the filter dryer is out here, but I wanna go downstairs and take a look at that coil. All right, make sure everything's closed off and numbers didn't move. All right, guys, let me get what I need. I'll see y'all downstairs. All right, guys. Let me turn my light on here. What's the test pressure? You see this? 5. So 450 is right in range. Not a sound. That's what we want. That is what we want. All right. I'm gonna keep it under pressure for a few minutes and we're gonna pull a vacuum. I'll be right back. I had this vacuum pump running for at least a good 30 minutes. And the line set is not long. The indoor furnace and coils are on the other side of that wall. But make sure you guys are out there pulling vacuums. Any contaminants, the filter dryer is going to catch most of it, but if you don't pull a vacuum, this filter dryer can only handle but so many non-condensables and moisture. If all that goes past the filter dryer, now you're going to have high head pressure, and before you know it, this compressor is going to crap out on internal overload. And probably with this microchannel coil, you never know, guys. Microchannel, I don't want to jinx myself. I love microchannel, but sometimes these coils suck because any excess head pressure you have, either from dirty coils, non-condensables, any other combination that makes the head pressure exceed over a certain amount, I'd rather take my chances with copper tube, aluminum fin. But this is the way of the future, guys. I know York, and I believe Train, no, not Train, that's another brand besides York, I see with a lot of microchannel condenser coils, but I think it's Gibson or what's the other one? I was looking at this the other day. It's like a budget friendly, not Gibson, what is the name of it? Nordyne, that's the name of it. Yeah, Gibson and Nordyne, they had microchannel coils as well. I remember doing a leak check on a Nordyne or Gibson condenser. This is back in Philly. This had to be like at least 5 years ago. And like the whole top part of the coil, as soon as you lift the condenser fan motor off, there was a bunch of dye here. It looks like someone already put dye in the system, but as soon as I popped the top, the whole top of the microchannel, it was like greenish, and I'm like, uh-oh. And luckily I had aluminum rods, so I was able to fix that. But yeah, guys, I don't think microchannel coils can withstand the beating like copper tube, aluminum fin condenser coils can. So, but all right, I'm gonna let this run for another 20 minutes. I gotta do the paperwork here, and I gotta get the refrigerant. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. I had a partial jug of 410A. I used that up. I got a brand new one here. But first, let's put the motor back on top and let's get this party started. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the charge dialed in. Let me take my gauges off and let's go downstairs and check our TD. I'll be right back. All right, guys. The customer said that they already replaced the filter. Our TD is spot on. It was a newer capacitor outside too, by the way, but I just cleaned the electrical component area. Drains are looking good, and we're going to include a follow-up here next spring. I told the customer they should be good to go for this summer, but we'll include a follow-up to check the pressures. But until then, they're good to go. But there you guys have it, AC leak check. We found a leak outside on top of the compressor, fixed the leak, pressurized it, pulled the vacuum, recharged it, and we're good to go. keep rocking and rolling. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love you.